Hey, this is Pete or Kenshin1913, and this is another Getting to Know Kenshin1913. And the topic that we're going to be talking about today is one of my favorite campy, stupid, fun movies, Roadhouse. So, Roadhouse was a film made in 1989 by Rowdy Harrington. All right, it's set in Jasper, Missouri, and it stars Patrick Swayze as Dalton. I don't think they ever give him a last name. Anyways, he plays Dalton, and he's a cooler. Now, what's a cooler, you might ask? Well, he is pretty much a glorified bouncer. And pretty much he is one of the best in the business. He's a young up-and-comer of bouncers. So there's this fella who is pretty much having trouble with his club. And so he goes off to find Dalton, and he hires him to be his cooler bouncer for his club that's really rowdy and pretty crazy. And then you star Ben Gazzara, who plays Brad Wesley, and he's pretty much a local business guy. He's a mogul guy, and he pretty much owns the town of Jasper, Missouri, where he is pretty much got a stranglehold on all the people that are there, and pretty much runs that town with an iron fist. Now, as Dalton comes in and he gets rid of the riffraff in the bar, I believe the bar is called Lucky Deuce or something. Deuce is Wild or some shit. Anyways, it's been a little while since I've watched it, but it is one of my favorite campy movies. But anyways, so as this is happening, one of the other pretty much Ben Gazzara is trying to kill or intimidate Patrick Swayze to leave town, but he won't because he's got a job to do. And Patrick Swayze ends up falling in love with what's her name, Kelly Lynch, or Dr. Elizabeth Clay. Now you might remember her from a movie called Curly Sue. Well, I know her from a movie called Curly Sue. I'm not exactly sure what else she does, but she's been in other movies. She's kind of like an '80s actress, early '90s or whatnot. She's probably in other things, but anyways. So then he falls in love with her. He finds out that Brad Wesley used to like her, and then at one point he enlists the help of Sam Elliott, who plays Wade Garrett, the best cooler in the business, and he hires him. And he has him come and help him because at one point they need booze or whatever. It doesn't matter. So pretty much it turns out into a showdown between Patrick Swayze and Ben Gazzara as they fight to pretty much take to keep sanity in the town or stop the chaos that's going on. And it's really a really stupid fun movie, like stupid campy, because it's like how could they have possibly made a movie about a bouncer? This doesn't make any sense. It's like if it's a bouncer, it's like when they made the game The Bouncer, I was surprised. I was like, oh, this is gonna be like Roadhouse, because this is gonna be great, and it ended up sort of being like it a little bit. I mean, it's kind of like you can't really take yourself seriously when you're dealing with like stupid things like that. But that's one of the reasons why I love it, because it doesn't really like it's serious in a way, but it's so stupid. It's just funny. Like there's one scene where Patrick Swayze like literally rips out this guy's throat. And he's kind of like a karate fighter, does all kinds of Tai Chi and shit. And there's a lot of really terrific quotes from the movie, and that's one thing that I love about it. Like one of the things is like when Patrick Swayze is talking with the whole crew over at the Lucky Deuce, or what the hell the name of the bar is called. He's giving them the spiel about like even if people provoke you and shit, you can't do anything to them. And he's like, I want you to be nice. And then he's like, I want you to be nice until it's time to not be nice. And then he's like, take him out. Then eventually you get him outside the club, and then you beat the shit out of him. But you don't want to do anything inside the club. And I just think it's like a hilarious, just a great movie to watch and be like, I can't believe this is a real movie. Now, interestingly enough, Patrick Swayze in this movie is kind of like a loner. And I feel like if they ever remade the movie, which I heard they were going to do a little bit, like, I forget when I heard that they were going to remake Roadhouse, but I think they should, instead of remaking it, just take the premise of this movie and put it in like a samurai film, because I can totally see like someone hiring a samurai, although it might not really be in a movie Yojimbo or whatever. But I can totally see someone like Patrick Swayze, like if he's a samurai, they hire him to come and clean up the town, and the guy who's the head of the town is pretty much screwing with him, and then like it could totally be a freaking samurai movie and be terrific. And so there's like kung fu aspects in the movie, and people get beat up. And Terry Funk, actually the wrestler, he's in the movie as one of the old bouncers from the original club, and then Patrick Swayze pretty much kicks him out. But yeah, I love the dialogue in the movie. Sam Elliott is the shit in this movie. I don't care what you say. He's got the best mustache and the best beard in the business. And Tombstone is another movie that's goddamn terrific that he has the best mustache in. And also Big Lebowski. But anyways, it's just a great movie. And like, it's something where you just like, you could just sit down if it turns on and just watch it and be like, okay, this is good. This isn't too bad. It's like a lot of people bust its balls because you know, I mean, it didn't win any awards, and it's kind of like it's almost cult like in the cult, like the cult film kind of thing. But yeah, Roadhouse is the shit. I love the line. I think one of the guys that Patrick Swayze's fighting used to be in prison, and he just pretty much tells him that he's like fuck guys like him in prison. Like, I'm like, where does this come from? Some of the lines are unbelievable in the movie, and it's just something that you need to watch and be like, it's just camp and it's just cheese and it's just unbelievably fun. So it's just a great movie that like a lot of people could check it out and really like it a lot. I don't know. It really all depends. It's one of my favorite movies. It's a guilty pleasure. I like to call it guilty pleasure. Like someone asks you, like, what's a guilty pleasure in the essence of like, you know, it's something that you like but you really don't like to tell people. Well, I don't really give a shit at this point because I'm telling the internet, but I like Roadhouse. That's one of my guilty pleasure movies. I'll watch it. I don't care when it's on. But yeah, it's just a fun movie, and there's just so many great lines, and just a really, really good movie. So I want to know from you, the viewer, what is your guilty pleasure movie, if you have one? Or maybe let's talk about Roadhouse in the comments. Let's if other people like it, or hell, maybe you don't like it. Tell me why. I want to know. Let's get a discussion about Roadhouse going. This movie needs a little love. So this has been Kenshin1913, and I'll see you in the next Getting to Know Kenshin1913. Bye-bye.